Hello, everybody, and welcome to this particular session. Today, I just want to address the real cause of overtrading because I've realized majority of us in the group are doing overtrading. Okay, so and sometimes might be overtrading and not understanding that you're overtrading. And the reason why we want to really demystify um, the reasons or the real causes of our trading, so that now if you have the real causes of over trading, you're able to understand them and avoid over trading. And what you need to understand is that over trading, when you talk about over trading, it is not a strategy problem. It is not because you don't know enough. It's not because the market has too many opportunities. Over trading is a psychological problem, and until you're able to fix it, you will keep giving money back to the markets. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you the real reasons you overtrade and also how to stop it permanently. Right. So this is the illusion, right? The illusion is that most traders think of a trading looks like this: taking 10 trades a day, jumping in and out of the market randomly. But that's not the real issue. The real issue is this: that you are trading without criteria, right? You are trading without criteria, because if you had strict criteria, you physically wouldn't be able to overtrade. Therefore, overtrading is not about frequency. It's about lack of standards, right? It's about lack of standards. But I know most of us, we think overtrading, we know overtrading with the aspect of taking so many trades, but also understand that overtrading is it's not about frequency. It's about lack of standards, right? And this is what overtrading really looks like. So, for instance, you take a trade, it loses. And instead of stepping back, you look for another setup immediately. That's overtrading. You open your charts, and instead of waiting for A plus setup, you convince yourself that a mediocre setup is good enough. That's still overtrading. So maybe probably you are bored. So you start scanning pairs just to find something to trade. That's overtrading. You are in a drawdown, and instead of sticking to your plan, you increase your activity to recover losses. That's overtrading. So it's not about how many trades you take, it's about why you are taking trade. So revenge trading, chasing setups, bottom trading, overexposure, all these are over trading. Okay. And the root causes of over trading, I'm going to give you five root causes of over trading. Okay. Probably around five. Let me see how many I'll be able to give you. So the first root cause is emotional pressure, right? Emotional pressure. So emotional pressure. After a loss, you feel the need to recover. After a win, you feel the need to capitalize. In both cases, you're trading from emotion, not logic, right? Whether trying to recover after a loss or trying to capitalize after a win. That is the first root cause of overtrading. The second root cause is lack of structure. Okay, lack of structure, whereby if you don't have a checklist, everything starts to look like a setup. And when everything looks like a setup, you trade everything. And the reason why in the next video I'll be sharing some toolkits, different checklists that you need to use depending on where you are, maybe pre-market, weekly review checklist. I'll be able to share with you all that so that you can be able to use them and start using them, so that you can have a structure, right? So no checklist is equals to everything looks like a setup, and that's now also leads to overtrading. Root cause number three: addiction to action. Addiction to action. This one is powerful because most traders are not addicted to profits. They are addicted to being in the markets. And I really suffered from this. You remember, I have always shared a story of mine whereby when I started, I wanted to look at my MT5 and see that there are still trades running in my MT5. I never cared whether they were in blue or red, even though my desire was them to be in blue, of course, but they ended up being in red. So that was an addiction to action. Okay, so that's why you find most traders are not addicted to profit, but they are addicted to being in the markets. They need stimulation, they need movement, they need to feel like they are doing something. But trading is not about doing something or doing more. It's about doing less with precision, right? It's about doing less with precision, right? So, and here is the cost. The cost of overtrading. What does it lead to? So, three causes. Overtrading destroys your account in three ways. Number one, it increases your exposure to low quality setups. Number two, it drains your emotional capital. Number three, it breaks your risk management rule. So even if you have a profitable strategy, overtrading will make you feel or will make you unprofitable. And this is why many traders feel stuck, because they are not losing from bad setups. They are losing from bad behaviors, all right? They are losing from bad behaviors. So if you have low quality trades, if you have emotional burnout, if you have broken risk management, all these will lead to you losing money, right? They will lead to you losing money. All right, so how do we fix this? All right, so here I'm going to give you five good solutions how to fix this. All right, so the first thing is to limit trades, whereby you set a hard rule: maximum 1 to 2 trade per session, right? 1 to 2 trades per session. Actually, I recommend 1 trade per session. 1 trade in Asian session, 1 trade in New York session, 1 trade in London session. That's enough. And what this does, it forces patience, right? It forces patience. Solution number two: use the A plus checklist. If the setup doesn't meet every condition, you don't trade. No exceptions here, right? And like I said, I know you already have your checklist, but I'm going to share with you different checklists that will help you, and this checklist will be very much beneficial to you. They're even worth more than the $5.49 that you are paying on a monthly basis, right? So it's a very powerful checklist. Just hooked up, and you'll be able to get this checklist. I tell you, when you get this checklist, I have about 6 of them. If you get them, this will be a game changer for you. Okay, so number three is define sessions. All right, you need to define your trading window. Only trade during specific sessions, London or New York. Outside of that, stay out. Stay out completely, right? Stay out completely. Remember, the Asian session helps in terms of setting the tone of the day. Most of the things happens there, consolidation, right? But even if there'll be movement, I usually try as much as possible to avoid the Asian session. So London or New York. Outside of that, stay out completely. Solution number four: track every trade. Track every trade. When you know you have a log, or when you know you have to log every trade, you become more selective, because you don't want to find yourself logging in 10 trades in a day. That will be tiresome. You will end up quitting along the way, right? So track every trade that you take. Number five, right? Number five is that accept missing trades. This is the hardest one, and I usually see it even in the chat here. Someone saying, I missed this trade. I had that kind of scenario. Those kind of, you feel that someone is saying that they missed a trade in a more regrettive way, and they fail to understand not trading is also part of trading, because you're preserving capital, right? So accept missing trades. You must accept you will miss opportunities in the market, because missing trades is part of discipline. Okay, so missing trade is part of discipline. So your mindset shift is that you need to understand that professional traders, they don't look for more trades, they look for better trades. They don't measure success by activity, they measure success by execution quality. And therefore, less trades is equals to more precision, and that's how you define, that's how you get your hedge. Okay, that's how you get your hedge. Okay, so I'm going to give you a challenge. For the next 7 days, limit yourself to only A plus setup. Maximum 2 trades per session. If possible, 1 trade per session. 1 trade in New York, 1 trade in London session. And then make sure that you track everything and watch what happens to your discipline. If you want structure, use the institutional hedge toolkit that I'll be sharing. Because the moment you control your behavior is the moment your trading starts to change, right? So control your behavior, you'll start seeing improved results. And therefore, you'll be trading with precision, right? So I believe you got this informative. Just listen to it more and more and more, as many times as possible. Make notes. And I believe this is going to help you. This is going to be a game changer in terms of avoiding over trading. Okay. So until next time, I'll see you in the next one. Keep safe.